All right, let's get it. Let's get this thing going. Ooh. Everybody. Make sure when you guys get on here that you share the live. Peace, family, what's going on? Family.
What up? Hey. What's up, son?
Sis, what's going on?
You popping? Hey.
I like the long side braid. That's real cute.
Thank you. I was trying to give like Pocahontas vibes, Aboriginal vibes, you know.
It's giving.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
It's
sir.
giving.
You know, I'm here for your whole look. These earrings are giving me everything with these shades. I'm here for it. Come on now. Come on, see.
Oh, what's the hair cup?
Girl, I got ginger and lemon ginger. It's amazing. Caribbean Dreams. That's the plug on the tea.
I need to get that.
I got you. I'll tell you exactly where to go for it. Don't even worry about it.
All right. And I got a little corn silk tea in here.
Yes. I love it. I love that cup too.
Thank you, girl. Dollar Tree.
Yes. You know that every time I go in there, I'm like, oh, stepping up.
Right. Peace, family. What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's joining the live. We're going to give it just a few more minutes for more of our support system to join the live. Please send it out to anybody that you may know so we can get this thing cracking.
Definitely.
And I'm going to keep sending this live out as well. I'm very excited.
How do you send it out?
You just go to the bottom to where the arrow is and you just share it to whoever's in your inbox.
Okay, cool. I peep.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to get this thing going. Peace to everyone that's joining this live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. How are you doing, Charanique? What's good, sis?
Okay. I'm doing good. Life is good. Life is busy and evolving.
That's always a great thing to hear. Always.
Yes, girl. You know, we keeping up with the higher ups with it.
Shout out to everyone that's joining this live. I see some familiar faces in here, some telecom fam.
Yeah, I see cousin. What's popping?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Cece, I know you know about that. What up, cousin?
Such a journey.
It definitely is a journey, but I remind myself to enjoy the process, you know? It's all about the experience. Easier said than done.
Girl. So, we're going to go ahead and just get things started.
Okay.
So, Charanique. Oh, we love you too, CC. Shout out to
Always.
y'all. Shout out to CC. Shout out to everybody that's joining this live. Okay, so Charanique, tell us a little bit about yourself and your brand, Dope Soul Healing Co.
Okay. Well, about me, Charanique. I'm originally from right outside of Detroit, Inkster, Inktown bound, what's popping. But I'm also a social worker, so I work a lot with mental health, regardless of the fact. And I also do spiritual readings, so I combine the mental health aspect with the spiritual aspect. Because a lot of times we don't want to combine the two. We be like, "Ooh, if it's too spiritual, like I might be crazy." And it's like, no, honey, my master's degree told me you're not. So, yeah, we do that. And Dope Soul Healing Co. is something that really just came about. I don't know how it came about, you know, when the higher ups, you know, guide me to do something, I do it pretty much. But it was just like small pieces coming together. And the whole goal of Dope Soul Healing Co. is to just encourage healing within us, within the African diaspora, period. We carry so much trauma through our genetics already without even, you know, and then not to mention our communities, we're underserved, period. We lack resources. We're constantly re-triggered. We're not in alignment spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So it's so many things that go into it. So with Dope Soul Healing Co., the whole point was just to use Black culture, Black artistic expression to pretty much combine the healing aspect. Because when we look at music, that's nothing but a healing energy. That's nothing but a healing vibration. That's why you have so many artists, so many rappers, so many poets. It's because that's how we express. That's how we heal. In therapy, it is music therapy for a reason. So absolutely, we just combined all of that, and some way, somehow, we gave birth to Dope Soul Healing Co. But pretty much everything I've always enjoyed and liked paid off later. So
beautiful, beautiful, sis, beautiful. So what? I have to ask you this question because when you dropped these candles, I was like, wait, she is so dope for these names. So what inspired you to name your candles after certain song lyrics?
So I've always been a music kid. Like I've always been, I'm talking about I was young, and I can give you every era. I got you on the music, you know, especially with the R&B. And how it came about with the candles was I listen to music all the time. When I do my spiritual readings, if you've ever gotten a reading from me, I always say the music goes along with the readings. So it kind of came from that. And these song lyrics kind of went for the vibe that I was going for with the candles. I wanted the candles to have this very healing energy type of vibe. I came from actually selling and dressing spiritual candles, 7-day candles, manifestation, healing candles. So I took pretty much the culture of hoodoo in so many words, and I just converted it into smell goods with a vibe. So yeah, it was named after some of my favorite artists like Outkast, Solange, Jadena, as well as Wade Brown, a Huntsville, Alabama artist who's dope. Do you hear me with the Niggaville USA, honey? You better,
because this is a crowd support faith. Like this is what everybody is purchasing. This is definitely the one. I have not burned it yet. However, cocoa and the mint for me, because chocolate is my favorite scent.
Thank you.
Candle, a fragrance. Just I love walking into my apartment smelling chocolate.
Yes.
Plugins. And y'all, I'm like, so this Niggaville USA candle, so I have to have my hands on that because that is my favorite scent. I'm like, wow, she just knew.
Yes, well, I'm glad you knew. This is actually like the top seller. I didn't know how Niggaville USA was gonna do, just because, you know, we got some PC people out here, you know, some politically correct people. That ain't me, you know, in most cases. So I wasn't sure how people were gonna feel about it, but this is the biggest seller, and I knew it was my favorite one. It's inspired by Outkast from the Aquemini album, Spody Odie Dopalicious, that song. And basically, Andre 3000 was like, nestled in the ghettos of Niggaville, USA. And Niggaville, USA is not just Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, he says nestled in the ghettos of Niggaville, USA via Atlanta, Georgia, which also, if you look on the side of the candles, they say hand poured via Atlanta, Georgia. So that's another ode to Outkast. Yes, that's another ode to Outkast, because I love Outkast all my life. So,
dope.
Yeah. That's where that one comes from. So I definitely recommend y'all listen to that song, because first of all, listen to the album. Aquemini is just a dope ass album, period. But yeah, this is the fan favorite for sure.
For sure. And yes, we do have somebody asked if we had a Huntsville artist that has a candle. Yes, we do. One of the candles is named after a Huntsville artist.
Yes. Wade Brown. Where's she at? Yo, so dope. This is named after Wade Brown. And, you know, I've never even, like, I don't know him personally. I've just seen him in passing, mutual people. But, like, I love the album. Like, so it doesn't matter. Like, I've been bumping that album since pretty much it came out. I think it came out like 2018 or something. And on one of his songs, he said, "You so dope, yo, so dope." And it just kind of went along with the whole theme. It actually kind of helped me put together the name of Dope Soul Healing and everything, you know. So shout out to Wade Brown, like his album, it's amazing, like amazing.
It's incredible that you have been inspired by another artist that's chasing their dreams, and you're honoring them by naming a candle out of your business. That's really dope to me. I really think that's wonderful. So let's get into the next question. What inspired you to start doing spiritual readings, and what is your style of reading? Because I know some people, you know, they'll be like, I don't know, like I don't know about that, you know. So what inspired you to begin doing that?
Well, it's funny because I never really explained how this whole thing came about, but I was a very spiritual child. You know,
right.
I used to get visits from ancestors, you know, my grandfather and stuff all the time. Like, none of this is foreign to my family, you know, the main people who know. None of this is foreign. So it's always taken form in different ways as I've gotten older. You know, at the time it was dreams, and then at a certain time it just became readings, tarot readings. So I went to a botanica, going in there to get like some sage, some candles, and I just stumbled across like some tarot cards, and I was like, I feel like I want to grab these. And I had seen a video of Janae Aiko, and she had taught herself tarot, and I was like, oh, you can do that? And so I started reading myself, and then I went to Purple Rain Candles in Huntsville, Alabama. If y'all know anything about Miss Shine, we love her. That's someone who I had been going to for spiritual advisement since I was like 18. And she was just like, yeah, read your friends. Like, read your friends. It's okay. You know, because I was scared. I didn't know what the hell, what is this? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why is this making sense anyway? And so I just started reading my friends. Actually, the night that I started reading other people, it was like a full moon or something. And it just kind of came about from there. And so for like a year, almost a year, I just read my friends and certain family members. And then somebody said something in word of mouth, and fast forward a year later, now we a whole brand.
Okay, that's very interesting because, you know, I know some people will say that they were, I guess, called to do it, or, you know, that they don't feel like that's what they're destined to do. So that's very interesting how you got started.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is what do you say to the opinions about tarot readings? Like, how do you handle those different opinions?
I don't. Like, most people really don't say anything to me in most cases, which cool.
Right.
I know people have their feelings, but I feel like I've been doing this for a year. In low-key ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Like, I posted on Instagram, and this is just how it goes. It just grew into something more. But people still coming. People still coming for the healing. You know, I don't predict a future. That's not me.
Right.
You know, I'm not doing any of that. My whole focus is about the healing. It's all about the internal work. Most of us, like, we always claim, you know, therapy, go to therapy. And this is someone who works in mental health, you know what I'm saying? And I support it 100%. But a lot of times therapy is hard if we do not have the words to put to what we're feeling, because we've never been taught how to identify our emotions. We never have been taught this, ever. Black people have never been taught love in a healthy way or how to heal. We've never experienced this. So for me, if I'm using my gift that I know I was supposed to be using a long time ago to help my people heal and evolve and get to where we got to go, I don't give a damn who got something to say about it, because I'm doing good and other people are doing good, and we all out here eating and living and evolving. But I mean, no one says anything to me, so I don't know. But
well said, sis. Well said. So what do you wish more people would consider before coming to you for a reading?
I just feel like, just understand that, like I said, I do not predict your future. I am not Miss Cleo, okay? I'm not here, you know, to tell you your baby daddy is cheating on you. I'm trying to tell you how to heal from the situation so that you ain't codependent no more, because, you know, on some other shit, you know. But anyway,
right.
I don't really have anything to say outside of the fact that, understand this is healing. Understand it's okay to cry, because you probably will. Just understand what I do. I focus on healing. I'm not focused on that other cute shit. That's just what it is, you know. But know what you want to know. That's fine. Book what you want to book. You paying me regardless. I just want you to get the full experience, you know? So all people have to do when they come to me for readings is just sit there. Just try your hardest to relax. It's uncomfortable at first, but just try to relax. Just be open. That's it.
Okay, so what advice would you give to people that are new into spiritual healing and new into their spiritual journey? Like what piece of advice would you let somebody walk away with?
For me, starting out, it was all about introspection. It was all about asking myself questions, asking myself, why are you triggered? Why does this upset you? Why is this doing, just really asking myself a million and one questions. Matter of fact, what it really was, what did it, and also this ties into the songs as well. I pretty much kind of was like dating myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Learning myself. The same questions I would ask someone where I'm trying to figure, like, I want to know who this dude is. I was asking myself, because the whole healing journey is all about learning, unlearning, relearning. Like, it's all of this. It's a combination of releasing and attracting. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely dating myself, and something that I intentionally did. Like, I would listen to these love songs. I remember I was specifically listening to her. And I'm like, damn, she in love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why we don't think about self-love like this? Like, Black women in particular have not been taught about self-love. So I'm like, what if I switch these lyrics, like if I was singing to myself? And that alone just changed my whole mindset, because it really made me realize, like, we put so much into other people and we've never poured that into ourselves. So I would definitely start with like that introspection, asking yourself those questions, figuring out why you have certain people in your life. Are they around because you emotionally codependent, or are they adding a benefit into your life and you're benefiting to theirs, So definitely asking questions, numero uno, for sure.
Period.
Absolutely. Periodical table, okay?
And everybody's spiritual journey is different.
Absolutely.
We don't all go through the same things. Whether you want to put it in a religious aspect or whether you want to just, make it a general thing, everyone's journey is different.
Absolutely.
We all have different reasons why we begin our journey in the first place. So
absolutely. And even with that, even with different journeys, honestly, so many people come to me who have never had readings before, who primarily come from Christian backgrounds. I personally come from a very diverse religious background. So I'm talking about, I was raised around Christianity, Islam, atheism, African spirituality, whatever it was, I've seen it all. So to me, I'm here for all of it. I don't believe that you have to choose a side. It works if you work it how you work it. If you want to have your religion, that has nothing to do with your spirit and your healing and the things you've experienced lifetime to lifetime or in this life. Your healing is not connecting to that. So I definitely work it how you work it. Like, so many people come to me who go to church every single Sunday and still get readings, and they are happy. You know what I'm saying? It's the societal taboo standard that throws off a lot of people, is that conditioning. And those are things that we have to work through anyway. But yeah, everybody's journey is different. It's no one way. You have to do it how it works for you, no matter how strange you look. Because I know some people can call me crazy as hell, and that's okay.
And a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're tapping into something you don't need to be tapping into. It's evil." But as far as I just kind of tell people, like, whatever people choose to do, you have to kind of go at it with an open mind, whether Absolutely. You accept it or not. We all have our own personal views, values, opinions. Mm-hmm. But I just tell people, if somebody's on their journey or somebody's doing something that works for them, just be open-minded about it.
Absolutely, for sure. And that's something too that I also learned. The people who judge you for you doing what you got to do in the betterment of you, and you ain't causing no harm to nobody or yourself, those are the people who probably really love you with conditions, if that makes sense, but definitely.
It's a good way to put it.
Definitely, because people are going to feel how they feel about things. And I've been told, like, oh, don't tap into that. That's evil. This is going to happen. And I'm like, no, I tap into my benevolent ancestors. Like, life got fucking amazing when we got connected. Like, what are y'all talking about? The same stuff that y'all told us to be afraid of is the same shit that got me all the way together. Okay. So people can say what they feel. Again, to each his own. I personally don't give a damn. Do your thing. Do what work for you. I'm gonna do what work for me. I stay in my lane. Ain't no traffic over here. So, you know, it works.
I just love how unapologetically you that you are. I love that you really accept yourself for who you are. Like,
thank you. And that was
sis.
a part of the journey. That was a part of the journey. Because a bitch faked it till she could make it for a long time. You know, that's what we do in survival mode. You have faith. You know, you look good, but everything on the inside ain't right. So thank you, because I had to work to get that. So
shadow work.
Say that.
Shadow work. Yep, I understand, sis. So if anybody has any questions, we're gonna go ahead and open up the Q&A portion, my favorite portion. Please drop some questions for my girl, because I know you guys have some questions. But let's get into that.
I'm here for it.
Yes, ma'am.
So here for it. While we wait on questions, though, I can show y'all the other candles, though, and explain
Please do.
while we're sitting here.
Please
so we
do.
already did Niggerville, USA.
Because you notice this is my favorite.
It's mine, too. I know you shouldn't choose between your babies, but all parents like one child more than the other. So it is what it is. But the other one is Stay Flow, which is inspired by Solange from her When I Get Home album. Which, by the way, if y'all listen to Solange, this last album was so healing. It was all about Black spirituality. It was just so refreshing.
The visuals, but did you catch the visuals though? Because the
girl, director's cut. Do you hear me? Yes, it was amazing.
Solange is a genius.
She is, and she's so authentic in who she is. And even when I was watching the videos, like I seen the little spiritual candles in the background. I'm like, yep, come on, roll opener. I'm here for it. But yeah, this was inspired by her song Stay Flow. And the whole vibe of it was literally to just flow. You, regardless of the fact there's always going to be ebb and flow of life. It's going to go, I don't like saying up and down, but you're going to move around a little bit. Imagine being in the ocean. You're going to flow a little bit, but you have to flow. Like if you're in the ocean, in order for you to float, you literally have to relax and go with the waves. You get what I'm saying? So Stay Flow is just all about, like, it don't matter who throwing shots your way, negativity, whatever it may be. You stay flow. You stay on your shit. Again, stay in your lane because ain't no traffic in it. You get what I'm saying? That type of energy.
Absolutely, so, sis.
Yes. And then our other one, I Don't Force It, I Finesse It. This is based off Jadena. It's, 85 to Africa album. And the song is by Booch featuring Gold Link.
He's super underrated, by the way.
Huh?
He's super underrated, by the way.
Yes. And even I was watching interviews with him, like after I picked out the songs and everything, and he was like, you know, I channeled Tupac, you know, because I asked for permission, you know, as an ancestor, if I can, you know, channel him for this song. And I'm like, yes. Like, I didn't even know he was on that wave, and we here with it, you know. But yeah, he was just like, you know, I don't force it, I finesse it. And I feel like, to me, this really reminded me of the 7-day spiritual candle road opener candle, which is all about opening opportunities up to yourself. And to me, when I'm saying I ain't forcing it, I'm finessing it. When I burn spiritual candles, when I manifest, when I talk to my benevolent ancestors, like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I need, I'm not forcing it. This is a quick, easy finesse with the higher ups. You get what I'm saying? So instead of forcing something, I attract it, I align with it, and it's mine without too much sweat. So yeah.
Right.
Pretty much that with that.
Okay, these questions are rolling in. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. Okay, so the first one. What is shadow work?
So shadow work is when you pretty much, you know, it's light and dark to everything. We all have work that we have to address within ourselves because none of us are perfect, but we all been, what's the word? Because I be trying to use, I'm very specific about my verbiage, but we've all experienced things that have added to our spirit, added stains to our spirit. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, especially being in survival mode in most cases, we do things that are not so much in alignment with our spirit and who we are in our karma. And so shadow work is just about addressing those things that you need to heal and that you need to work on. Like, for example, my thing is always trauma. Like, that's how I realized I was supposed to do readings, because I would always initially, before, when I was doing readings, there weren't different topics. It was just, I'm reading. And it always went to people's trauma. It always made people just bawling, crying. So shadow work is the things that you just need to work on and heal so that you can literally have that true internal happiness and peace, because most of us don't really know what happiness and peace and joy and internal security really feels like, because we've never been safe before. We don't know what that is. So yeah, that's pretty much shadow work, to heal what you got to heal.
Well said. Well said. That was a great definition.
Thank you.
So let's get into the next question. What was the roughest part of your healing part? So basically your healing journey. What was that bump in the road that just like
How much time we got? Hold on. Let me
girl.
think. I'll say, to me, the beginning part of like when you're kind of ambivalent about what the hell is going on. Like, do I go left? Do I go right? It's like when you first find out, like, damn, like I probably need to fix some shit. Like, basically for me, I've been getting readings since I was like 18 or 19. But I ended up getting a specific reading when I was like 22, 23. And this reading, the things that she said to me, it just clicked and was like, yeah, you got to get your shit together here. Like, you have to, because it was like certain things were going to be coming into my life, and I wanted it to be the light side versus the dark side. We are what we attract, regardless of the thing. And that's iffy too, because we also attract bullshit too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like moths to a flame. You can't control the mosquitoes that's gonna come to the flame too, but you got to have the discernment to know. But anyway, that's a sidebar. But for me, after getting that reading and trying to figure out what the hell this lady was talking to me about, like, wait, like, I gotta do wait. I was confused about that. And then it was like, as the signs started to like point out those synchronicities, that shit scared me. I'm talking about my anxiety was like, I'm not gonna say my anxiety was through the roof, but I didn't know what I was tapping into fully. You know, like, I knew I came from a spiritual family, but we didn't exactly know the formalities of everything. So I just really, it was the trusting part, the trusting of the higher ups, trusting of myself and my own decisions, learning my own intuition. Like, it's very hard for us to tell the difference in between our intuition and our anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the beginning was the difficult part. But when I learned how to trust, like, I remember sitting on my couch, like in my apartment, like, damn, life is really much greater with me trusting y'all. Like, when I felt that, then it was cool. It was smooth sailing. It was like, all right, whatever y'all throw my way, I can take it. You know, but the beginning,
girl, sure.
For sure, because it's the beginning. Anything in the beginning, it's always harder. You always have to do more work on the front end. So it was a lot of figuring me out, and I just discovered I didn't really know myself. I knew myself through the lens of what was projected onto me and what people told me I was, with a little bit of who I was and a little bit of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a mix of things. So sorting through the bullshit, that's what we had to do. That was the hard.
So that follows up with the next question. When you hit a block in your healing process, how do you usually get through it?
A block. You know, I don't think I've had any blocks. I may have had a couple. I ain't never had no blocks. I might have had some shit that got in the way. You know what I'm saying? A boulder in the way or something. But nothing, you know, nothing that blocked me. When I will feel out of it though, I definitely I try to get grounded as soon as possible. Like, I'll feel myself getting hiding. It's like when you start moving out of ego, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I want to put it, I get grounded. I do grounding techniques, even if that's just me putting my hands on my plants. If that, I'll definitely seclude myself. I'll definitely get a reading or do a reading just to get clarity, like, what's going on, what am I feeling? But either way, the reason, even why I say it's not a block, is because I'm gonna keep going regardless. Because in my mind, I can't stay here. I can't go back. So my only option is to go forward. So there's never been, like, I don't have the mentality of, this is hard, this is in the way. Nope. That just means I gotta either probably be patient and wait for my directions or whatever. But in those moments, it is the trust that comes through. That's what, like, the trust is everything. When I tell you, I talk to my ancestors all the time, the higher ups, the universe, whoever you want to call it, gods, goddesses, everybody, all the time. I give thanks every morning. So if there is a blockage, I know I'm not alone. So it's okay. Like if I'm not feeling something, it's okay because I'm not by myself. They gonna give me the answer eventually. It's just not meant for me to know something right now. It's meant for me to go through this experience right now. So nothing is a blockage. Nothing is in the way. Sometimes you just got to take a pause and look around and look at things from a different perspective.
Okay, so let's get into the next question. What inspires you when it comes to creating?
Black culture, Black experiences, Black life, Black film, Black movies. Well, film and movies, that's the same. Black music, Black history, us inspires me. That's across the board what it is. I feel like we're always the curators. I feel like we're always the innovators. I feel like we're always leading the pack before it's cool, when it's ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Us inspires me. You know, even from the beginning when I knew I wanted to work in mental health. I knew I wanted to work in mental health when I was 7 years old. I knew that because I was seeing my people and I was seeing the different things that were affecting them. So it's us. It ain't nothing else really besides us and everything that we do, no matter how that may be. So it's us, for us, by us.
Yeah. I was just gonna say. Okay, so that one. Let me get this one off of here. Girl, these questions coming in.
Hey, talk to me. I'm here.
So the next one. Okay. Says, sis, can we be friends? Period.
Yes. Yes. Because first of all, I am friendly as hell. And I really will be friends with anybody. Like, yes. DM me.
Absolutely. That's love. Okay. The next question is, what does putting your hands in your plants mean? Can you elaborate?
So it's the earth. You know, I use a lot of the elements of the earth for everything, even with spiritual candles. Like, you use the elements of the earth. And it's something about like these plants. It's something about putting your hand in that dirt. It's like even when you walk outside barefoot, it's a grounding technique. You're reconnecting again. I can't really walk outside just because I live in an apartment. And, you know, this is the South, you know, I'm scared of bugs. So I don't really walk outside barefoot. But I definitely put my hands on my plants all the time. It brings you back. Brings you back to the roots, gets you centered, literally roots, you touching the roots. So yeah. Absolutely. Definitely. It goes along with like meditating with crystals, saging. All of these things go together. It's all natural elements for you to reconnect, realign with yourself, with your higher ups. Do what works for you though, because there's so many ways to do everything. Because I just do it how I do it, honestly.
Absolutely. From one plant mommy to another.
Yeah. We got Gloria and Bernadine back there. Robin is out of here, y'all. She done went to the upper room, but Gloria and Bernadine, you know, they live in it.
She could come back. I'm gonna have to write you when we get off of here and let you know how you can bring her back to life.
I don't know, Robin, that raggedy right there. She just kind of, you know, doing her thing. And this right here, this Lillian. Lillian is living, you know.
That's beautiful, Lillian. Beautiful.
Yeah, that came from Eddie Murphy. All my plants are named after movies. See, like I said, Black people inspire me. Black art.
Right. Okay, so we have another question here. Got a couple more actually. What do some of the candles smell like?
Okay, so obviously McAville USA mint
back to the favorite. This
is my one right here. But so let's see. Stay slow. This is a very soft, like it's a vanilla type of scent. It's very, very soft. It's very feminine. I like that one too. Yes. Honestly, these are my favorite kids right here, to be honest. But that's just because I like soft scents. However, I don't force it, I finesse it. This is like an apple cinnamon, and it's a more masculine scent. I did this for the men, honestly, because, well, not really primarily the men, but I needed something different because I know I mess around and make everything I like only, you know. But this is apple cinnamon, and it's a very fall type of scent. It's very autumn. I love this scent though. I really do.
No.
But and then
one of them smelled like pound cake. It was
Yes,
I don't know
girl.
which one it was. It smelled like lemon pound. Okay, you walked into your grandma's kitchen. Whipping it
Yes.
up like, I was
You
like,
might
okay,
be
I
talking
like
about your
this one
soul
too.
though. You might be talking about your soul
I
dope.
like
All the
that
candles
one.
have herbs in the top as well, but your soul dope is actually like a Fruit Loop. That's actually what it smells like. It's Fruit Loops with like a little twist, but it smells like Fruit Loops. So yeah, that's what our scent is like. We got half that are very soft, and then we got a masculine, and then we got one that's just kind of like a good mix up with the Fruit Loops. So yeah,
Okay.
two of them are very autumn.
Girl, you are popping because these questions, hold on.
Talk to me. Talk to me nice.
Ooh. Okay, let me get down to this one. Okay, this one says, how do you handle spiritual downloads from your beloved ancestors? And what is your sign?
Wait, what was the second part? And what is your significant process on what?
It says, how do you handle spiritual downloads from your beloved ancestors? And what is your sign? Like, I guess your zodiac sign, I'm assuming?
I think it's more to it because I got one. Okay, I think it's more to it because it said, what is your significant process on dissecting something?
Oh, I see how that, okay.
You see what I'm talking about? We can do the
Yeah.
first part of it first though, because I'm gonna forget the second part anyway. How do I handle spiritual downloads? So I just let them come how they come. Sometimes they'll come like in the middle of the night. Like it's definitely moments where every night I'm probably waking up at 2:47 a.m., you know, and something is coming to me and I'm writing notes to my phone, or I got like 3 journals that I randomly write in, notes all throughout my phone. Honestly, truly, if y'all want to be quite frank, y'all came in one of these downloads probably sometime last year, at the end of last year, and I'll talk about that later. However, I'll tell y'all about that later, and I knew it was y'all, but I'm gonna be quiet. So anyway,
Hope it was good, sis.
it was great because here we are. This is what it was.
Okay.
Literally. But yeah, so I just take it how it comes. I learned to quit going against the grain. I learned to, because it's like with the healing process, you realize that you suppress a lot of emotions, and you realize that as humans, we try to control what we want to feel. So we'll try to suppress certain feelings and avoid certain thoughts and emotions. And for me, and that makes it very hard for you to receive those messages from your higher ups, you know. And for me, I just let it come how it comes. Whatever it is, if you come in the middle of the night, cool. Sometimes I'm literally just sitting here driving and something comes to me. My meditation, it does not look like your typical meditation. I'm sitting there probably elevated, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, stuff just coming and I just let it flow. That's literally it. I just let it flow. I get signs and messages from movies, music, other people. I feel like your higher ups and your ancestors always know how to communicate with you. Your method is how they're going to get to you. So they come to me in every which way possible. Every which way possible. Literally. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So what the second part of the question got cut off. But it says, what is your significant process on dissecting? Shay Monet, can you put the rest of the question in the comments?
Hey sis, I love her. By the way, y'all, she makes face masks. I wish y'all could see it. Wait. She made my face mask. Hey.
I don't have mine, but my sis made 2 of my masks as well. But shout
Love
out.
it. And I can
Shout out
breathe
to everybody that's coming in this live still as well. Oh, girl, these questions are just rolling in here. I love it. I love it that everybody is engaged in this interview. This is giving me a lot of life right now.
Yes, I'm here for it. It feels good.
Feeling all the love, positivity.
Yes.
All the good vibrations, sis.
Seriously, I'm here for your whole. Look, I'm so here for this. Like, you're giving me some type of Love Jones vibe. Like,
I know that's your favorite movie, so I wanted to kind of,
you know, I'm in it when it comes to Love Jones.
Pay a little homage. And you got I love sunflowers, my favorite flowers.
Yes, sis.
So, I'm so here for it.
So here for this. I feel like we need to go to a coffee shop and have a poetry night.
Well, girl, I'll be home this week.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be in Michigan.
When you get back?
Like Sunday, Monday. You know, we finesse the job, so I don't know.
Okay, so we have the other part of the question. I was just asking, what is your significant process on dissecting the downloads? But you just answered it. Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
you pretty much already kind of answered that question.
Cool. But sometimes I do, in most cases, you know, I let it, you know, unveil. Because sometimes I do not get it at all. Because, you know, what we don't realize, too, is our ancestors, they like to play sometimes. You know, depending on, if you know your people, you know how they come in. And I know mine like to play sometimes. So sometimes I just got to be patient. They like to test my patience to make sure I'm moving right. So they give me bits and pieces. Even with these candles, that's why I feel like I can't exactly say how it came about. It's because they gave me messages piece by piece, and it kind of just turned into this. So
Okay, let's get. You got several questions. Okay, here goes another one. So I've been told that there are different stages. What is used for healing and cleansing?
white sage is the main sage that people use. See, and that's the thing, like, I go for what I am attracted to and what I like. I feel like what you're drawn to, that's when it comes to you trusting yourself and trusting in your intuition. What you drawn to works for you. Like, I feel like as long as you're getting some sage and it's your intention, that's what matters. Your intention is what matters the most. But I buy white sage, and in most cases too, it's about my relationship that I have with whomever I'm buying it from. Like, I'll go to the same places because I trust whatever they're selling me. I've tried different sages, and I really just don't like how other ones smell. So I just stick to white sage and Palo Santo and call it a day. But
Right.
I don't like how the other ones smell, so I don't really.
Okay, let me get to this other.
Oh, Love Jones is your fave too. We need a movie night.
What download did you get dealing with Sound on the Hill?
So, you know, I wish I could pull up my notes. Oh my gosh, I wish I could pull up my notes. But it was just something. This is what it was. So, dang, I wish I could. I'm actually gonna screenshot it and send it to y'all specifically too. But it said something about, like, it was either Facebook or Instagram Live. People coming together, like, for a brand or for a business in some aspect, like people seeing something.
Right.
Like, this is before candles, so I didn't know what the hell this was for. So it was definitely, but it was like when I had seen it, like, okay, it came in the middle of the night. I wrote it down. It was like I instantly thought of Sound on the Hill. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, and a lot of times when those first thoughts come, that's what it is. That's your intuition telling you. So it was something to that effect, basically saying, like, y'all popping. And we're gonna be collabing, and it was something about a live. I remember specifically it was a live, and I want to say I ended up talking to Cece sometime after that, but I never told her what it was that came up. Like, I ended up literally talking to Cece not too long after that, and I'm like, okay, I don't believe in coincidences. So it was always y'all. It was always y'all. So I'm a screenshot. I'm gonna find it. I really want to say it was probably, I feel like it was like December of last year or something. So I'm gonna find it. But it was y'all. It was always y'all.
Okay, so that's dope, sis. We're gonna definitely have to get into that a little bit more. But are you having a Black Friday sale?
So I planned on it. But y'all, I'm one woman. I ain't got it in me to set it all up. I'm aiming for Christmas, though. I do want to have some type of Christmas sale. I got ideas coming, so be on the lookout. But I'm aiming more so for Christmas because, I mean, we just launched last month, and all of my 9-ounce candles that I had in stock, the people have bought. So I'm very appreciative. We're sold out of those. So I have to go in and, like, make some more, you know. So it's going to take a little while. And
congrats, sis.
Well, thank you, sis. Thank you.
Because I'm going to just hold on tight to this 12-ounce, right?
Yeah, hold it tight, sis. But see, we still got 12 ounce. Yeah, and y'all, I got to do some self-care. So I got to go home, okay?
Absolutely.
So, you
Absolutely.
know, yeah. So I wanted to, but it's not going to work. You know, I make the candles. I do everything, the social media, I do the logos, I do the readings, and I have a career. So not yet. I wanted to, but Christmas. And I feel like I'm going to have something for the women in February too. So I'm thinking self-love. So
absolutely, sis.
I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay, so the next question is, do you take spiritual or herbal baths? If so, what do you use?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm so happy we evolved into this point, because I swear, people used to think I was crazy as hell. I love it. So when I do if I'm trying to cleanse, so I do, my spiritual baths are always typically about cleansing. And then like goddess baths, it's like the pretty self-care stuff. So like goddess baths, that's when you have your flowers, and I'll add like lemons, I'll add herbs. Most cases, like I'll get what is it? Which herbs do I use? Pink vulva. Yes.
Yoni Seaman herbal bath.
Yes.
Shout out
yes.
to my good sis.
I'll get that. So, and I'll add some of that in there. Like I said, I'll add lemon. I'll add a little honey. You know, make it a little sweet. You know, we tap into a little oshun with that one, and the lemons. You know, but that's just like a goddess bath. Make it real cute. And also those elements, they do mean things, but you know, that's cute. Now, cleansing wise, that's not cute. I tend to I do okra cleansing baths. So basically, I cut up the okra. It's a whole little process. Get it really nice and slimy. I'm talking very slimy. And I set up like a whole little, it's pretty much like a ritual, a cleansing ritual with white candles. And it's like you walking into the portal one way, you walking out clean and refreshed and purified. And basically, you dump all that slimy stuff all over you, and you set your intentions, and you talk about what you're trying to release. And yeah, that started off a lot for me. Actually, when I first did that okra bath like 3 years ago, that helped me with my healing journey. That helped me learn to trust in my higher ups, because I was like, I'm releasing everything that's not serving in the highest good of myself and all involved. So okra baths, that's my thing right there. That is one. Cleanse you of all those energies and all of that.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, be ready when you say you want to cleanse and you trying to set intentions, because you're going to start to see a lot of shit around you start to crumble. And that's because you did it, because you wanted to cleanse and you wanted a better life, and that shit ain't supposed to be there. So, you know, be prepared is what I'm saying. In the best possible way, though. Best possible way. It does not have to be hard. It's not a hard process at all.
Right.
It can be, though.
Girl.
It can be intense. Let me say that. It's intense, but it's not hard, because you're safe and you're secure with your higher up. So it's not hard. But yeah.
What is your favorite crystal, and do you use them during your readings to connect with spirit? That was your next question.
I would say my favorite crystal is rose quartz, partially because my favorite color is pink. Yes, ma'am. I love that. That's really cute too.
Thank you. Shout out to Dantanae, Telecom fam.
Love Dantanae. Okay, that's
fam.
the Michigan Connect. Hey, sis. Yes. Yeah, I would say rose quartz. Because especially like my journey, it started initially all about self-love, even before I realized that it needed to be about self-love. Self-love is the root of all of this shit anyway. But I would definitely say rose quartz. Because not even just, it taught me to be compassionate with myself. And then I will follow up with that one with, what is it? Is it black obsidian? It's a protection crystal. Is that the one? Because I'm not a crystal name. I'm not a crystal namer, you know? Like, I really genuinely only go to what I'm drawn to at the time. Like, when I go to the stores to get crystals, like, I'm picking them up, seeing what I feel, you know? And that's what I'll base it off of. In most cases, I really don't end up remembering the name. I remember what it does and probably what it represents. But
super powerful one. Definitely.
Amethyst as well. Love it.
Yes. That was my first one.
Yes. I love my first one was definitely rose quartz, and it was wrapped. Matter of fact, Huntsville got me together, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Huntsville got me together, and I'm forever grateful for the heal and forever grateful for the people I met there, because they got me together. So
yes, ma'am. Okay, so we have 2 more questions here. What's next for you?
You know, thing is, I can't really, how I want to put it. I don't know per se, but I know, if that makes sense. So like, I know what I want to do. I can't tell y'all yet, but I know what I want to do. And I've learned that everything I've wanted to do, I've been able to do. So y'all will know. Y'all know we have end goals, though. We definitely have end goals. But as far as with the candles, I definitely y'all gonna see me in Tarjay, okay? Like they will be in Tarjay, I'm sure one day. But I'm striving for financial freedom. I'm striving for complete Black ownership in every possible way. So keep that in mind. But give me like 5 years to get my life.
Absolutely, sis.
But I got plans, and I believe in keeping manifestations a secret until it's ready. So we cooking in the kitchen right now, but it ain't done yet. So I got y'all. But February, I'm thinking self-love. So just keep that in mind for sure.
Absolutely. Well, this is a good one. Have you read Sacred Woman by Queen Afua? That's, she's like, I have that book and I've read most of it, but like,
really,
I need to finish it. But have you read the book?
I only read part of it. And here's the thing, this is why it's so terrible. It's actually sitting right over there. My best friend, shout out to my best friend, Kelsha. She actually got me that book for my birthday last year, and I still ain't finished it. And I still haven't finished it. But when I was reading it, it was very insightful. It was very, very insightful. So I'm gonna get to it. I definitely am. It's just I've been moving. I've been in a constant roller coaster. So
that's a dope
but
book.
I'm gonna read it though, because I hear so much great stuff about it. Like the womb healing aspect. Like I'm like, yeah, we gotta tap in for sure.
Absolutely, sis. What else we got up here? Okay, so it says, do you eat clean? Do you meal prep? Are you vegan?
I'm not vegan. I eat clean, but like I eat what I want to eat. You know, I honestly just drink a lot of water. I drink water and ginger and turmeric tea all the time, but I eat what I want. Everything's just about moderation. But one thing I can say, the more I got into healing and my spiritual journey, I don't mess with like the stuff that I used to, like the fast food and like I just can't. Like I'm like, yeah, you got vegetables, or you know, like all of that kind of comes along on its own. But I am not vegan. I need all that meat, cheese, eggs. I need everything, like everything. So yeah.
Okay, so we appreciate the transparency.
I respect y'all though. I respect it.
It's a journey. It's being plant-based is a journey. At one point I reverted back to just being vegetarian. I would try to sneak a little seafood in, but you know, your body just starts to not agree with it.
It rejects it. Yeah, absolutely. Like even when I eat trash now, like let me tell y'all something. I found myself eating some Burger King today just because I don't know. I just wanted it. Right. It was disgusting. I haven't had Burger King in like 3 years. It was the worst decision I ever made in my life. Like, why did I eat this? Like, I knew this was not going to satisfy me because, But I respect y'all who eat clean. My mom, like, she hasn't had meat in like almost 2 years, and I'm like, respect, sis. Shout out. Throw some chicken on that plate for me. So yeah.
It's okay, sis. It's okay.
I eat y'all food though.
Who inspires you? I'm sorry. That question was all the way. So who inspires you?
Who inspires me? Definitely, I'm gonna say primarily, like my main inspiration has always come from the women in my family. I feel like my maternal line is just very like powerful. I even feel like my gifts come from my maternal line. Like that's another reason why I say it wasn't really like, I know people have to deal with family judgment when it comes to spirituality, and I didn't have to deal with that because my grandma people came from what I do, right. So definitely them. I just feel like I was brought up around a lot of women who was hustlers, who was finessers. They was gonna get it how they had to, and they weren't gonna have to be dependent on anybody else, and they were just very nurturing people who taught me how to be a woman, like across the board. So definitely the women in my family, primarily my mother and my grandmother. Those my two, like they inspire me the most. So
beautiful. All right, I think we have one more question in here.
Okay.
Do you believe your intake affects your healing?
What you mean? Like,
Majestic, can you elaborate on that question possibly in the comments?
Please. Because if it's what I'm thinking, yes. Like if we're talking about as far as like what you consume, you know, as far as putting your body or the energy you're around,
your surroundings,
absolutely, your environment. Like I remember, like, sidebar story, like when I was 16, I used to have dreams. That's how I knew what was, you know, what was going on. And I ended up praying it away because it ended up scaring the hell out of me. But my mother always told me, never pray away your gifts. It's here for a reason. You just got to learn how to work it. She got me a journal and everything. It was just too much for me. And part of that problem was the fact that I was, you know, I come from a certain type of environment, you know, and it was intense. And I didn't know how to cleanse and protect myself, cleanse and protect my energy. So here I am taking in all of this energy from other people, toxic people at that, because a lot of times toxic people are just people who are unhealed and who have experienced so much trauma and constantly re-triggered. You know, this is what they know. So I'm consuming this all the time and I'm constantly in this same environment, and I didn't know how to cleanse myself, and I'm having this spiritual shit happen too. So definitely your environment, the food you eat, like when I eat trash, it's all connected. It's just all very connected. But I say environment and the people you're around, your attachments, yeah, that'll affect your healing. And the thing is, it's like, that's why I say, when you say you want to release something, you want to heal something, be ready for shit to start crumbling around you. Be ready for people to start falling off around you. Because as you heal and you evolve, if these people not on the same wave as you, they ain't coming with you. And if you trying to bring them, it's going to keep going south. So you going to eventually learn a lesson, or shit going to get harder and harder. But everything plays a role. Everything.
Absolutely. I could definitely test to that, sis.
Because listen, I tell people all the time, when Meg said, what she say, cut a nigga off of my checks got bigger, that's real. Like, love and money is on the same frequency. You feel me? Like, when I started to have a lot of self-love, that's when I started to get more stability. You know what I'm saying? And all of that is connected. What you trying to manifest and attract, sometimes the higher ups ain't gonna bring you something that you asking for, even if it is for you, because of the people that's around you. They gonna fuck it up. They gotta go, period. They can't be here. So yeah, you got to be able to have that discernment. That's why even what I said, moths to a flame. Yeah, the moths gonna come with everything else too. So you got to know. So yeah.
Sis, where do I need to be for a reading ASAP? That was your next question.
You can head to dopesoulhealing.com. Yes, dopesoulhealing.com, and you can book for a reading. Yeah, follow Dope Soul Healing on Instagram, and you will definitely be able to just book right there through the page, like it says book, bloop, and you're good to go. Just pick your topic. You've never gotten a reading before. If you just never gotten a reading about me before, I always recommend people start with a general reading. So yeah, sis, go ahead and get to it. Also, I'm taking my last readings on December 19th. So book up until then, because I'm about to go on self-care with the readings for at least a month. So book me up, sis. You know? So yeah, whenever you're ready. Definitely. Thank you, Cece.
I just enjoy our conversations all the time so much. I enjoy the inspiration, the transparency. We can talk to each other like we homegirls. Like, it's always just a vibe. And we definitely appreciate you here at Sound on the Hill. Starting off in the lab, just kicking it, watching everybody's growth these last couple of years. Growth. Like, it's just been a real beautiful experience.
Thank you. And I feel the same way. Like, I love the fact that I personally feel like A&M was one of the best things that ever happened to me. The lab and the people in the lab were some of the best people in that experience. Was the best thing ever for me, because I always say it, I'm like, y'all don't realize how much y'all poured into me, like, all the time, and continuously do. Like, even with readings, with candles, it is A&M, y'all, who have supported me and rode for me the most, you know. So I appreciate y'all more than what y'all even understand. So, and I'm very proud of just y'all in general, because like you said, that growth, like, I remember us being in the lab like for hours,
just chilling,
kicking it, and then our little kickbacks we used to have after, like, you know. So I love that.
Thompson.
Yes. Our whole heart, like, he brought us together. So Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all so much. And thank you for extending this to me, because I probably would have never done this if it wasn't y'all. So I appreciate it. I'm getting over
You are
my
welcome, sis.
hermit mode. So
You're welcome. And we just want to thank everybody for tuning in to this live interview with my girl Charanique with the Dope Soul Healing Company. Girl, it just flows off the tongue. Dope Soul Healing Co. Dope Soul Healing Co.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you so much. And being that it is Blacksgiving, my final question for you before we end this live is, what are you thankful for?
Oh, I have a list of things that I'm thankful for. Honestly, at this point, I'm just happy. I'm thankful for being where I am at, because I understand where I came from, you know. And it's so easy too for us to dismiss our own experiences and our own things that have, you know, tried to really stop us from getting where we had to go. Like, we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I'm just thankful that I'm at the point now where I can give myself credit. Like, yeah, no, bitch, you came through some things and you didn't made it, period. So I'm just very thankful to have my foundation internally more than anything. I'm very thankful that I have my self-worth, my self-love, my intellect, my health. I'm very thankful for all of that. And I'm even more thankful for my connection to my higher ups, because they come through every time. So yeah, I'm thankful for a lot. And I'm thankful for y'all and all of y'all who watch.
We love you, girl.
Love y'all.
So once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning into this live interview. Make sure that you follow the page. Shout out to Charanique. Follow my girl.
Yes.
Soul Healing Co.
Yes.
And y'all have a wonderful night. We love y'all.
Yes. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Peace.